Microphone's working. Everything's working. An exciting new update. I have figured out and remade the chat, and we are no longer using Castor Labs caffeinated at all for our chat. Everything is completely on StreamerBot. The next StreamerBot update is supposed to have what's it called? It's supposed to have support for multi-stream to YouTube, the double stream. And once that launches, we'll be doing the what's it called? We'll be doing the vertical stream again, because we're just not doing it right now because of the fact that we are waiting for that feature. And huzzah. Cool. And even though I was putting off Dawntrail so I could level up another class to play the expansion, the fact is I didn't. I've been leveling my crafters. If you look here, I've been getting all these guys. When we started playing again and streaming before Dawntrail launched, all of these guys were in the low 50s. So you can see I've been working on them over the last 2 weeks, doing daily turn-ins in the squadron, and then trying to catch up on some of their quests. I believe out of all of them, the only one that actually is done is Botanist. No longer has a quest down here, but everybody else I'm still working through all of their stuff. Fisherman I haven't picked up a new quest with, but I'm in the Heavensward quest with Fisherman. And yeah, that's where we're at with that. So we're going to do Dawntrail as a summoner, not only because of the fact that one, we haven't gotten class leveled up, but also I've been going really heavy with what's it called, the ventures, because I'm finally starting to take advantage of the venture system. And your class for your people, right, this class, the level that they can be, it can only go as high as your level. So I figured, since I made my person a summoner, I might as well just take the summoner all the way to 100 before I do anything else. That way this character won't get stopped by me not being the correct level. So I'm gonna very quickly do my venture setup again. And then I have a social post to do, and then we're gonna dive right in. Social post, ice cream to finish in my hand. You know, we're spinning a couple of plates right now. Updated schedule for this week and this week only. Posting it to the Twitter. Good. And then all the ventures are set up, so don't got to worry about them for an hour. I was pretty surprised when I started doing quick ventures with the gatherer classes and they started coming back with loot, because I was just like, what? How's that happen? But such is the way. Doing the doing the social post right now so that we can get right into well, the game. So let's see. I saved it to my stream assets folder. Schedules. There it is. Oop. feel like I have stuff in my beard. All right. Just about done with the socials. All right. Social post is typed up. The updated schedule is attached. Trying to think if we have anything else to do. I don't believe we do. It's time. Finish this ice cream cone, take a sip of water, and dive right in. Let's do it. Pin. All right, schedule's pinned for the week. Go like the tweet if you want to see it spread and more people get eyes on it. We are in. Sprint over there. All right, Graha. Chance to not see only Tyrol, but the fabled Golden City. Besides, this is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation. Mind, still, there's still a great deal we do not know. Can't read today. Not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Ham. You went there not long ago and culled some old unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. That sounds like a great idea, Aaronville. Isle's not far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Tyrol. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put on a proper fight, or it'll end before we've had a chance to get acquainted. Hold on. And before we can prove ourselves capable, I didn't see what she said. My apologies, but I must also see to some preparations. Pray go on ahead to the Isle. I will join you as soon as possible. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Sounds good to me, man. I'm checking something real quick. Okay. All right, we should be good to go. Done. Nice and easy. I do wish I could pull this just a little bit closer. The like slightest amount. It'd be cool if you could get just a I'm using the low profile arm from Elgato, right? It'd be cool if you could just get one more arm to attach to it. You know. Anyway. Let's get into this. And we have all of our counters ready. We'll actually be starting a death counter for Final Fantasy XIV. I don't die often, but it does happen. I want to set up a way to have the death counter attached to a sound so that it'll randomly play from the various sounds that I've downloaded. Because, you know, it'd be really funny when, if I die, we get the I guess it's kind of hard to hear. But it's there. I might need to increase the gain on that a little bit. Since it's... no. I think it's that specific sound that needs to be just tweaked. Could turn it up to like 150. That's better. Yeah. It'd just be funny to have the, what's it called? The various death sounds that I've gotten set up on my Steam Deck as the sounds for the death counter itself. All right, hello, Wook Lamont. We have to take a shift. I barely set my feet on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause. Hunt, let's get going. On boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Set time aside. Yep, got it. Proceed.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural.
I'm a fan of the female Hrothgar model.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
Aramville's got a really strong voice actor.
I know.
Really cute.
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Yeah. Oh.
Aye,
Just adjust my
the
screen
Isle
a
of
little bit.
The geysers lie deep inland, however.
A little peek at the ceiling there.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
Let me do my to-do list here.
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
Braha
Yes.
sounds
Kona's my second older
Different.
brother, and until recently he was a student in this city. He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt
Did
when
that.
I set foot in
Did
his
that.
beloved studium.
He went to the studio. Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret.
Okay, that makes sense.
Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time,
Fair.
though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
I will agree with that.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
All right. Item level
The
sync to
researchers should be
660.
just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
Is that okay?
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up,
Something.
but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
Let's zoom out a little bit here so that we can actually see. Oh, sorry, bud. You're down and out for the count.
Look! Someone's in trouble!
Yeah, taste my axe.
You gotta,
These
Book Lamont.
animals
You
are
could do
usually
this.
so docile.
Oh, it was all of the animals attacking. I didn't even realize. Had I realized that, I would have used the other ability instead of the one that I was. Not gonna waste Phoenix on this. Thank goodness you've come. You're the ones who answer the petition. I am the adventurer who saved the star. Conducting routine inspection when I found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Strangely aggressive. If you'll give me a moment, I'll finish checking the equipment. Sounds like a plan.
You really are famous.
You got it, girl.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
I have an idea. One moment. I get to demonstrate my disappearing act. I have an specific piece that I'm looking for is. But I suppose I can use an alternative. One moment. One of the nice things, or I suppose you could consider not nice things about content creation, is you end up with a lot of stuff that you don't necessarily always have a use for. There it is. So, I think I'm unscrewing the wrong part of this. Maybe not. All right, 1 second. I'm doing something. All right. That's not necessarily what I wanted, though. So now I have to think some more. Because I thought this had a separate screw, but it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. So I was thinking of using one of the extending arms from the garbage, what's it called? The garbage, my brain just won't function properly. From the garbage lights that I have. I will not get disconnected for inactivity. Okay. All right. Let me put this microphone down for just a moment and grab some adapters. Alright. I've come up with my ghetto idea. Probably can't hear me because I'm far away, but I've come up with my solution. Sort of. One of the few benefits to buying streaming equipment and upgrading said streaming equipment over a period of time is you eventually end up getting all kinds of things of let's say questionable need. Sure, that's a way we could put it. But I have the shock mount for my old microphone here, and I'm going to use it as a base for the new microphone. Is it dumb? Yes. Should I do it? Probably not. Am I going to? Of course. That is a really loose fitting. You guys are hearing that, huh? Hold on a second. Because you shouldn't be able to hear that at all. Turn up that a little bit more. All right. That's as good as that should be able to get. And you shouldn't be able to hear any taps or anything. It looks super ghetto though. But it's gonna have to be what works to get me just that little bit of extra height for the microphone, so that way my voice comes through nice and clear. Booyakasha. Honestly, it'd probably be better off if I did something like this. Loosen the whole thing, turn it around. And as many a wise man have said throughout my life, it ain't stupid if it works. I need to 3D print one of those things, the tools that the guy designed for what's it called? For tightening the arms on this stupid thing. All right. Let's do this. Step in, right? Yep.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner?
Could
Let's
be.
go and have a chat.
The adventure come to answer my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of considerable skill here to aid us. Creature of unknown origins has been sighted in the island in recent days. The animals behind this gate are the worst affected. Your task is to quell them. If you find anything at all, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us. Okay.
I'll handle this. Hold still.
Whoops. I didn't get to use my ability.
Saddle.
As something like
Come
jumps down on top
let's
of
pick
us.
Up the creature's trail.
Okay. We can do that. You find ravaged beast remains. This thing's made out of stone. How do you ravage that? Torn to shred by sharp
These claw
talons.
marks. I've seen their like before.
Okay.
It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Tattered plumage. Hello. Find feathers are scattered about the ground. These are the signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
Is the question.
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume it's even safe to eat?
Animal leavings. The cloying stench of fresh leavings assaults your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely still
Still
close
fresh.
by.
Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
No, it cannot. Oh, I guess I could have gone straight into Bahamut, but this isn't the main attraction, is it? So I should probably wait. Just use the rest of our abilities up.
Do you suppose they're upset we disturbed their home?
Who knows? But if they're spoiling for a fight,
If-
then they've got one.
Right? Boom.
Let's head back and report what we found.
Doesn't seem like it's what we needed to find though. Now we get attacked by something bigger. Oh, off she goes. Like she knows what she's looking for.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey. Ah! What is that thing? It speaks?
More like mimics.
It's heading towards the falls.
Yep.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Okay. We can do that.
Come, Waklamat.
Right.
Caught off guard by the speaking.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Sure.
Forgive
Whatever
me,
you
but
say.
I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Sounds like a good idea.
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Uklama is not happy. Its wings are all tattered. It'd be cool if it wasn't. All right, let's go. We're gonna use these
I'll
up,
tell you
and then we're
later,
gonna
I'm going to have the last laugh.
Bahamut.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you.
I should have buffed. It's really funny that it's mocking her.
Ah, shut up already, you blasted bird!
This reminds me of the One Piece, the birds that are on the island that lead to the float to the city in the sky.
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
That's what it's reminding me of.
Not good. Quickly, gather together.
I really wish they would change.
I've got you.
That was too close.
Nice. I really wish they would change the defensive so that you can activate it regardless of which summon is out. Oof. I did not need to take that hit. It would have really sucked if I died to that.
Damn it.
Spread out, everyone.
Who paid for that?
The interesting attack. That 25 seconds to do that? I mean, I guess. And if you're going to make us responsible for the others, makes sense.
Thank you.
I have to get my buttons a little bit better. I've only been playing Summoner to do material gathering as I've been doing my crafting. Am I gonna get hit by that again? It's rough. I'm just gonna heal myself for a second.
That was hardly a tickle.
I'm guessing AoE here to hit both wings at the same time. What makes sense, I'm assuming. Did she just kill it? No, she didn't. I was going to be impressed.
Not
Oh man.
Throw everything you have at it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. There, just die with Ifrit. It's really funny. Oh man.
And I had barely limbered up.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Only to be expected.
Only.
You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt.
Sure. But it's alive.
But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
I like my guy's expression.
Dirty tricks.
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Let's go.
Leave this to me.
Oh, hey, Crow. Oh, look at it. With the Pictomancer brush. Let's go.
Cryo.
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
As you should be.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
I guess so.
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamat. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
I'm sure you did perfectly fine.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm
She's
glad
more
to
than
have been of
impressed.
service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin.
Mm-hmm.
Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar rather than join you.
Okay.
It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft.
All right.
As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer. With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy.
It's very cute.
As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Because we're grandfather, right?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant.
Okay.
What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn servant himself?
Well, well.
Something.
Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Yeah, I'm not
Being a
liking
member of
this
the
little
royal
setup that
family,
I've got here.
It was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this
I'm gonna
letter.
mute for a second.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Toliyolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, it would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
That should be nice and tidy. Also, I dropped the wrench and hurt myself. Or not wrench, pliers, I guess. But yeah, no, I've made a different modification that isn't mounted on a shock mount that I was not gonna trust for very long, to be honest. Take it to the last stand. Let's see what the proprietor can cook up for us. Hey, bud. We've brought you some ingredients. Here's just the recipe. Okay. Works for me, man. One sec.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together. I'd heard that Charlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveler ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
Oh, he's talking about Zero.
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
Like my... It's fair.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Whatever you say, Wuklamat.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
I mean, you're
Would I
supposed to be like
correct in assuming you've known
royalty.
each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
I see. I see.
Jeez, Arenthal.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long.
Okay.
The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor.
Okay.
One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, There are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
A man who is too ambitious by half.
Okay.
Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
That would be a silly idea.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
Okay.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies.
Right.
That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal?
I think we can do that.
You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case,
Okay.
allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Whether Wuklama has makings of ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission success. I shall come to the annex later. Till then. Anything here I care about? Nah. Ooh, and our ventures have just finished, so we can set those up. Graha, the coming dawn. I dare say now that we have a fair grasp of Wuklama's situation, still you have been afforded time to consider our invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Numenon is bound to have some information. Just the thought of burying myself in books is making me feel sleepy. Ain't that the truth? We're talking about mysterious lands and unknown wonders here. I'm confident we'll find reports so thrilling as to drive any thoughts of napping from your mind. I'm not so convinced. Not at all. If I'm going to be 100% honest. Let me set up my ventures and then I'll go to the Numenon. Venture report. Whoops. do the next one. We'll go turn all of this stuff into the maelstrom later. We'll take some horn glue. But yeah, all of these extra pieces that we're getting are gonna be maelstrom turn-ins. I wish there was a faster way to do this. I suppose it's just a good thing that I don't have, like, I don't know, 13 retainers or something like that. All right. Yeah, I really don't want to go to the Numenon. If I'm gonna be 100% honest, I don't relish the thought of being absorbed in books. If I'm gonna be super honest. Oh, what am I doing? Front door's right here. But you know what we are going to do? I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break so that I can, well, maybe 5-10 minutes. I got to go to the bathroom. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back though. Okay. So stay tuned. Twitch is going to get a 3-minute ad because that's what happens when I hit the break button, and that'll get rid of pre-rolls for an hour. All right. So 5 minutes, 5 to 10 starts now. where I want it. Wish you could cancel an ad break once it's started. That'd be real useful. Very, very useful. But such is not the case. All right. I think we're good right there. All right. YouTube doesn't have any ads, so hello YouTube. I'm waiting for the ads to finish over on the Twitch side. We'll go through and read the books while that's happening. But I figured out a better system for my microphone while we were in break. And I just had to do it so that we could have real nice quality mic. Origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tyrol. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, it was permitted to live among them, and I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the cerulean deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I managed to master the Wallaki's art and make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Wallaki. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. This is... gonna get moved just a little bit. Sorry I'm fidgeting with my mic so much this stream, but like it just needs to be in that perfect spot or it drives me up the wall. I think that's good though. Like it has to be in that perfect spot where I'm talking into it, but it's like out of my vision. Eorzean cuisine, a history. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern day staples hail, the far western continent of Tyrol. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous papado. These crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the Sixth Astral Era, When a Laminsan sailor named Ketan Ram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at their theretofore unknown continent. Ketan Ram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won, along with permission to roam freely. Ketan Ram would return to Tyrol several times, but during his first expedition, he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa Laminsa. The most notable of these was the potato, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Ketan Ram's expeditions to Tyrol. Many tantalizing recipes, such as the bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City, reached our shores by way of his ship. To those outside of Ketan Ram's circle, Tyrol largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Okay. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tyrol is no exception. Yet while some of our creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpacas. Accustomed to Tyrol's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands, of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers. Their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Are we getting alpaca mounts? An alpaca mount. Wyver. This ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles. The Mamulja have succeeded in taming them. Use them for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the Wyver is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this horned brute's rampage. Valigarmanda. Tyroli folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Okay. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents in Tyrol. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and a difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Alligans, who rose to power in Aldenard before advancing east into Ilsabard. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tyrol waged war with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from the frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it, until the leader of the Mamulja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it is a testament to the autarch's greatness. Okay. We can talk to... Are we going to get quizzed? Is that what's about to happen? I'm glad that I paid attention to all of it, if that's the case. Alright, Graha. Scour the library. Yep. I have. Let's go outside. Sure thing. Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. Couldn't help but notice that we read the very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised the references to Tyrol within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? I was rather taken with the tale of Ket and Rem. I'm a Lamentin explorer, so yeah. We're able to meet him. What could we learn? Alas, all of this happened nigh fourscore years ago, and he may no longer be alive to tell his tales. May not. Did I learn anything about the fauna? I learned about wyvers. I learned about all three, but specimens nearby. Hello, Alice. Fancy running into the two of you here. I mean, is it? Well, have some research of your own, do you? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Radzat Han, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints of history on how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what of the two of you? What endeavor brings you here this day? We're learning about Tyrol. Because we're gonna go on a hunt. We were recruited by a female Hrothgar. Nation composed of the disparate peoples of Tyrol. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We'd do well to read up on Tuliolol ourselves. The contest, is Bro the only one allowed to help Wuk-Lamont? There was no mention of such restrictions as I recall. On the contrary, Wuk-Lamont gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alphano. We have planning to do. I'll say wait. Should seem our plans have changed, if you'll excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex. You got it, man. Let's do it. Bow, wow, 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 wow. Bow, bow, bow. Would you pronounce that Giorgio? Right? Giorgio. Braha. Oh, I forgot to put my chat thing back up. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story.
Well, yeah. No one's gonna just give it to us straight.
What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Wuk-Lamant's request?
Wuk-Lamant. I mean, I never say no to a new adventure. Let's do it.
I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination.
There will be.
But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward.
What we do.
That's what adventurers do, is it not?
Just said that's what we do.
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenor. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think. It's enough to stir me to the core.
Okay, Heidelin.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road.
No, not at all.
But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it.
Yeah.
Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
I suppose you kind of have a point there.
Ah, but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Sure. Sure thing, man. Tancred. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Sure. Can fetch everyone. Is there somewhere for me to wait? Oh, main hall. That's what she said. And there's our destination. I keep forgetting that I've bound the interact key on my mouse so that I can press a button to interact instead of everything else. Sometimes my UI gets in the way of me clicking on things, you know? I'm like glaring at her.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I wish to boldly go where I've never gone before. Oh, I was hoping he'd do like the psyche emote.
Then you need me as much as I need you. Together we'll blaze new trails in Tural.
I'm not so sure about that.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you? Alpha no, Alize! What are you two doing here?
Whatever they want, as per usual.
We happened to cross paths at Numenor earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklemat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
First impressions last.
It's funny. It's awesome.
'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliyollal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Okay.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Not so easily, Aaronville.
Nonsense. Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
I mean,
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
so
But
Graha's staying
Graha-
behind. Couldn't have said that I'd be expecting that. Yeah, look at that. My character's thinking
You
the
want to
same
retrace your
thing.
grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Thank you, Raha.
All a little glimmer.
Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
Small fortune, eh?
There. This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Awesome. Oh, the music. Oh, man. Didn't realize that the green screen was peaking a little bit at the top. Let's see. All right. We're definitely, as much as I want to, we're not gonna watch these credits because we sat through all of the Endwalker credits when we finished. Or no, I finished it off stream, didn't I? See if this one lasts a lesser amount of time. And if it does, then cool. I like how you can, yeah, you can just look at the art. Which is really good. I've always been extremely jealous isn't the word, but maybe a little bit envious, and also just like inspired by how good Final Fantasy character art is from the entirety of the franchise. These like oil type depictions of all the characters just always are my favorites. Ooh, look at Xenos. It's so cool. Is that it? All right, cool. Let's start. Unless you wonder about your passage, Aaronfield will arrange the ship. Take this with you, a rugged and ready knapsack. Cool. Use it to acquire a knapsack. Meanwhile, in Limsa Lominsa, of course. Couldn't start without a meanwhile. Up there's a
When
Stinian.
does the next ship set sail? May I ask your destination? The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time. West, you say?
In Old Charlian. Hello, Oriange. What are you doing? Angrid.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
That it doth, Oriange.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Are we gonna be fighting them? That's cool. If that's it.
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember.
Eye contact right there.
Come, my friend. We make for Taral.
Amazing. Do we get another meanwhile? No. Sort of, but no. Because this time it's just us. Oh, excuse me. Just us.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World?
Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond, and tread the gilded path beyond. Let's do it. Welcome back. I've heard from Aaronville. He's got passage. Let's use the knapsack. Boom. Got a knapsack personal effect. That's... how do we activate those? That's face wear. I believe it's here. Fashion accessories. There it is. Okay, I got a knapsack. Let's go. It's adventure time. What's the designated location? It's time for adventure. Adventure. Where is the designated location? Hello? Oh, it's just inside. I ran away from it. I've got my knapsack. It's time to go. Look at those gigantic boots hanging off the side of them. Do I just... am I waiting inside the main hall? Of course I am. Waiting patiently with my knapsack. Ojika gave us the good news. We've made ready to set sail at a moment's notice. The only one yet to arrive is Aaronville himself. There he is. You're all here. Took some persuasion, but the Gleaner's Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Taral. There will be other passengers, researchers, and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share deck space. That's fine. I doubt anyone expected to have a ship all to ourselves. They're not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now's the time to voice them. I wouldn't call it a concern, but everyone's still clear on what it is we'll be doing in Taral, yes? We've not forgotten. The nation of Tuliolal is amidst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of secession and support your bid to becoming Dawn Servant. In addition to that, Alphino and I have another objective. As part of its reconstruction, Garlemald seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Taral, we hope to learn more about how its myriad cultures interact with one another, how they find common ground, develop stronger ties, the sort of insights that might help us help our new friends in Ilsabard. But we'll pursue this goal on our own time. contest all its due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, do as you like. You wanted to find out about your grandfather? Yes. Shit. Yep. He had been tasked with investigating the Golden City. Yet, oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation. So, official and personal, get to the bottom of the mystery. Look forward to meeting him. You're not the only one with an interest in the City of Gold. Golden City is a children's bedtime story. I am part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded that I serve as guide. Still playing the part of the stoic servant, I see. What of you? Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. Hoist sail and let the wind take us. Or actually, I'll take that one. We're not gonna... Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. I was gonna say, we're not gonna make you done servant sitting here and talking. Let's go. Aaronville. We should be on our way. Okay. Wouldn't be surprised if our other compatriots are on this same vessel, but in disguise, cloaked and hooded.
Savoring the moment? I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Might.
Do not be so quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels.
Shade's Triangle, okay.
Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Bootheswin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way,
funny.
the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
Yeah. Totes.
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
All aboard!
He's just ready to go.
Casting off!
It's time. I trust you have everything you need?
Yeah. I'm always ready, man. Always ready. Fourth.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks.
Is Aaronville the
We sail
narrator?
west, as
Nice.
Tottenham did some 80 years past.
That's
Bound
awesome.
for the new world, known to her children as the continent of Toral.
Raha.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me, Woklamat.
Definitely have like a little like sense of specialness for her, since our guy here, my main, started off as a warrior, was an angry axe wielding man. All right. A calm sea if I ever saw one.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good. But this sea,
He's a fickle one. Okay.
Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
Sounds about right.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
Probably for the best.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Tural was far, but it's another thing to really know.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things
That
about
guy's
Tuliyola
got a
and
too
the
intricate
Rite
of an
Succession.
outfit not to be someone important later.
Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own.
Why not? Why not indeed?
Look out across these same waters, grandfather.
Maybe. He has a name, Font Jean-Tang. Oh, this will be my first visit. She just said multiple times. Font Jean-Tang's my name. I was working at Esh Times Aesthetics in Ulda, you see, but my employment with them came to an end. That's why I visited Charlian in the hopes of starting over. While I was attempting and failing to find a new job, I seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard room for another passenger had suddenly opened up. I'm told the Dawn Servant welcomes all regardless of origin, so Tuliyola seemed like a perfect place to begin anew. Hopefully things will be better this time. Wonder what he did. So, I see you in Eorzea before, you great and famous hero. Gah, I've had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception, but with more of you Eorzeans coming to Tural, it's become impractical. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our warband have fallen, so we head home to lick our wounds. Okay. My story? Well, since you asked, I wanted to retrace the historic journey of Kedem Rum. You know, the first Eorzean to set foot in Tural. 80 years ago. I thought he said 8, and I was like, that doesn't seem like that long at all. The Mamuljah's leader said to have welcomed Kedem Rum with open arms and sent him home with a bounty of silverware as a token of their friendship. But the real treasure was the crops he brought back, which spread all over Eorzea. His grand adventure led a culinary revolution. The tales of Kedem Rum returned to Tural several times after that, but his ship vanished during his last recorded voyage, and he was never heard from again. That even a seasoned explorer like himself could meet such an end is a testimony to the ocean's peril. Foreshadowing. An adventurer, I presume? I'm a merchant myself, based in Ulda, specialty imports and exports, Eorzean and Turali both. If this is your first crossing the salt, as they say, do remember that the social mores of Eorzea are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. I like her golden eyes. Consider this, it is not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead by the names of certain clans. For the Mihote, the Hetsaro, the Hrothgar, the Zabral, not because every member of a given clan is of the same race mind, but because many individuals of said race are associated with that clan. Hold on. I want a good look at these golden eyes. Look at them. Very pretty. Very pretty color. Did you want to make a wager? We're taking bets on who will be sat next to the Dawn Servant's shiny chair. There are 4 claimants, your young Wuklamat being one of them, of course. But from what a Mamulja bloke was telling us, the other 3 are all strong contenders. Not too keen to risk their coin on the 3rd promise. Well, she's got, you know, me. And not one to toot my own horn or anything, but I did save the planet. Did you learn anything of interest? Sure did. I hadn't heard about the clan names. We should have Wuklamat Ehrenfeld teach us the ones we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilling up here. Let's gather in the cabin. And as soon as we go below deck, whoosh. That's why we're going below deck. They didn't want to animate the characters in the storm. Ah ha ha. What do you know? A storm.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
Does Wuklamat get seasick? That's funny.
How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick. I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Ehrenville, you were born in Tural, yes? Do many Vieira live there?
The Shatona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name.
Okay.
As for my mother...
And there it is.
We're in the teeth of it now, lads! Reef that sail for the mast snaps!
Oh dear.
Only elders have watch! This wind's too strong to take in your sail! Man falling off the mast! We need help! Get him below decks first! Quickly! Before he's washed overboard!
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
That should. As I'm hoping it's like we go above deck because I have to go say goodnight to the children, so not another cutscene.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since.
Dang. Nice though.
The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself.
Dang.
Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning.
Do it. Come on. Let's go. But what about Alizé and Alpha now?
What an extraordinary life he must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease. Wuklamat, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress.
Awesome. Did we save the twins or what?
By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent. and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Can I step away? We look so cool. Nice. Okay. I will be right back.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air?
Wait.
Seems my belly has settled along
There
with
we
the
go.
weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground.
All right. Seems my belly is settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground. Okay.
Can't be much farther now, can it?
It can. That's all I'm saying.
Seabirds. Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts.
Okay. Whew.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest.
Oh.
At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down.
Better not.
Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
Nothing left to say. Let's go.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Yeah. There we are.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
And yeah. Let's go.
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
Very pretty. Oh, let's go. That's good music right there. That's good. That's really good. Need like brave lights for this.
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Varney feathers in that color before.
Really vibrant.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a
It's exciting.
seafood now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Oh, so?
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out or...
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next Dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tulihyolal?
Do you not see who we're with?
That. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
I like the rigging on the Mamulja faces. It was very expressive.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part? Anyway, first things first. I bid you welcome to Tulihyolal.
I think I'm gonna like being here. Just the music is enough for me. Aaronville. Well, despite the storm's efforts to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. That's right. You have arrived in Tulihyolal. You can return to the city anytime by speaking with the sprightly sailor in Charlian. Let me tell you, we'll be traveling by Aetherite. While being on solid ground has improved Buklamat's mood, her stomach appears to be lagging behind. Right then, first things first. Still a bit queasy. No more boats for a while. Aaronville's the best. I realize we've just arrived, but we should get you familiar with the city before Rite of Succession begins. Smart. No arguments here. I should very much like to explore. Then I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? We were wondering who these strange folk were, so the third promise has found herself some new followers then. Followers? Wuklamat, are you unwell? No, not at all. Couldn't be better. The third promise does not get seasick. No, sir. As for my handpicked entourage here, I've recruited them to help me win the Rite of Succession. I was about to show them around the city, in fact. That sounds lovely. But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they're in the company of the third promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to command a respectful distance, but you're just so easy to approach. And I enjoy it so much when you do. Please, don't ever worry that you're a bother to me. You're very kind. Good day to you, Third Promise. They did have a point. Wuklama is technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of their station surrounded by this many outsiders is bound to draw a crowd. Wait, what do you mean technically? I suggest we move in 2 groups so as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then? Bro, you and Kryl can come with me. I'll take the twins then. We'll get in touch once we've had a good look around. That voyage was hard on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have time enough for that. Enjoy your wanderings. Perhaps we should wait a bit, at least until Wuklamat's nausea subsides. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. The quest sound is okay. I'm fine now, really. Can't stand around all day feeling sorry for myself, what with the contest looming and all. Now then, seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you about the harbor. Aaronville already mentioned the reefs in our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships moored at the docks. Only vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay, mostly small fishing boats or barges ferrying cargo up and down the rivers from inland settlements. Much of the incoming traffic is from Dawntrail, the southern landmass. The clans there produce various goods for export. Their wares are unloaded here, carted off to the merchant stalls. Speaking of which, Bayside Babeh should be our next stop. We are being accompanied by Wuklama and Kryl. And we can do conversations. My first priority is going to be Aetherites. So, conversations are great, but efficiency is the name of the game. Pretty sure there's one right up here too. Okay. I love seeing all the people. Granted, my hometown is Limsa, so I'm used to seeing tons of players online all the time. This is Bayside Babeh, Tuliyolal's largest marketplace. Being right on the harbor, everything from fresh fish to imported wares goes directly to the shelves. Anything you want, most likely have. I should mention that in Tuliyolal we buy things with Pel, a currency that the Pelu created. Don't worry, more and more trade is coming in from Eorzea, so most shops are happy to accept your gil. There's also Wachu Meki, another market to the east of here. That can wait for another time. Northwards up the stairs. Aetherite Plaza. Hakilja. I'm gonna Aetherite before I talk to her. The last thing I want is to like do the conversation and then somehow get carted away and not have the Aetherite attuned. Alright, Wook. What do you think of that, eh? Goodness me, you have Aetherites in Tuliyollal? I think I told you before, but my brother, Koana, spent 3 years studying in Charlian. He fell in love with the nation and its ways and brought back to us the knowledge of Aetherite construction. Papa warmed to the idea at once, had one built immediately. Did you do the attuning thing? If you are ready to continue, we'll head down again and then up the slope to the other side, right at the top of the gate, which leads to Zaktural. Let's make a stop at Bright Plume Post along the way, though. That's the headquarters for the Landsguard. Okay. So, this way? interesting. Not a circle. Discuss the elevation. We have a lot of narrow winding streets that crawl up the sides of the mountain. As you can see, though, builders made sure the city's main thoroughfares were wide enough to accommodate wagons. Trudging up and down all these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I understand now where Wuklamont gets her endless endurance. I mean, you've also got like legs the size of my hand, so it makes sense that you would be feeling a little worn down from that. All right. Attune. Air fryer roulette. It's funny. I'm reading the chat above my head. Here we are, Bright Bloom Post. These soldiers stationed here are responsible for defending Tuliolal and preserving the peace. The Landsguard are led by our nation's strongest warrior, so naturally Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least until 3 years ago, when Zorol Jah took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to... I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alphino and Alisei should be around to hear it too. Come on, it's time I show you the Sky Gate. Okay, this is good. What is a Sky Gate, pray tell? Music's awesome. Massive, isn't it? And on the other side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yukoi. Strictly speaking, Toral is actually two separate continents, Yok-Toral, the southern lands, and Zak-Toral, the northern lands. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long ago the two gods fought a titanic battle, and when one threw the other in the ground, the impact was so devastating to split the continent in twain. A familiar sounding tale I am putting in mind of the conflict between Hydaelyn and Zodiark. But getting back to Zak-Toral, those lands are also part of the Tuliolal nation, correct? That's right. Isn't my father incredible? He united the peoples of two continents in a single nation. The many clans of Toral had been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lands and put a stop to their myriad conflicts that we finally had peace. And that's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace he built. But I see you're more interested in what's behind the gate than hearing about my aspirations. Crossing the bridge to Zak-Toral requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the Rite of Secession is over. I promise to get you one when I'm Dawn Servant, but until then, you'll just have to wait. I'll hold you to it. I've never broken my word. Once the throne is mine, that travel permit is yours. That's pretty big price to pay, I would say. Like, as soon as you guarantee my ascension to the throne, we'll let you pass. Must have covered half the city by now. Tuliolal is unlike any place I've ever imagined. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Commence the second half of the tour. Head west. You have dirigibles too? Tuliol certainly does not want for methods of travel. We get by. Now, if you've seen enough of this area, let me know and we'll continue on. The Arch of Dawn is on the other side of the city, so speak up if you see something that interests you as we walk. They are accompanying us. I want to hit... I missed this aetheryte. Granted, it's like down on the beach, isn't it? I might have wanted to grab it back when we were by the... what's it called? I have to fix that so that those don't show up in the chat. Whoa. Auto run, our best friend. Back to my back. Still struggling to conceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. This was originally the site of Yakhui Temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to appease the god who slumbers in the great ocean trench. After the Yakhui withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries. So when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the cities you see today. That's pretty cool. I wonder if I can get to that Aethernet yet. I was like, that's the main temple, right? Oh, get the little baby. You lizard. Discuss the palace. Ba's palace is called Volak Shunsa, which roughly translates to invincible resilience. You probably want to take a closer look, but we'll come back later. I'll take a look now, thanks, so that later I can just Ethernet here. How about that? I'm not willing to trust this game to not cutscene me away from this area before I can activate the shard. Got me confused with someone else if you think I'm willing to put my trust out like that. You know what I do need to do though, and I should have done it just now when I was at the Aethernet. I need to send my my peoples back out. They're all done, aren't they? Yeah, 5 of 5 complete. Kunmu Ho. Yafalja. Trial. So this is the Resplendent Quarter. What manner of people live here? Well, we have residents from all the Yoctoral clans: Mamulja, Zabral, Pelu, Moblin, Hanu. We also have Tonawata, Hedsaro, and Chitona who move south from their ancestral lands. In essence, it's a gathering of people from every corner. A true representation of the diverse character, the adornments on each building contribute to the eccentric aesthetic. I'm gonna shaboop. So I see an Ethernet back here, and I'm gonna go activate it. And here are dirigibles. Not bad, eh? I hear other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you'll only find balloons in Tuliolol. We have them for the exact same reason as the Aetherites. Koana brought back the plans from Charlian, and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. This was about 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. That's enough. The Ark of Dawn awaits. Yeah, as soon as I activate the Aetherite over here, you can do whatever. I'll go wherever you want. Wuklama. As soon as we're done with the tour, that's when we're going to end the stream today. Because I have a long day ahead of me tomorrow. Going out of town. Gonna do some stuff. And I gotta pack. So I'm one of them last minute packers. So we're gonna wrap this up, and then I'm gonna put my bag together and all of that fun stuff. I love the music here so much. This is it, the Ark of Dawn. When the Giants were still here, it was known as the Dawntrail Land Gate. But when Papa founded Tuliolol, everyone began using its present name in honor of its great achievement. Through this gate is Kozama Uka, the wetland south of the city. Depending on what the rights of secession asks us to do, we might end up going in that direction. Kozama Uka, the name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what are those fluffy animals we passed earlier? The alpacas! I didn't even see them. I'm like tunnel visioned right now to try to get this done. Those are alpacas. Fearsome four-legged fiends. Fearsome? They seem quite placid to me. You'll learn soon enough, Kryl. You'll learn soon enough. Oh, that's awesome. But forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. Love how my character and myself are one and the same. All right. End of the quest, and then Ethernet shard. And we'll have just about all of them. If you wish to learn the history of Tuliolol, then look no further. These stone pillars, you mean? That's a quest complete. Guys, I will catch you on the next one. We'll be back on Friday with some Path of Exile, because it's new league start. And I'm pretty sure I've already picked my league starter, but I'll give you guys some info on that on Friday. Either way, hope you enjoyed the stream. We're in Dawntrail. I'm going to be doing all of Dawntrail on stream, so potentially doing some extra streams next week so that we can get through the main campaign nice and fast. Either way, have a good night, guys. Catch you in the next one.